welcome back, guys. Zertrix here, and I know it's been a little bit of time since I brought you guys a commentary. It's been probably since Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered when that first dropped, so it's been a good amount of time, and I basically wanted to go over a few things of why I've been so inactive lately. But to start the video off, we are playing Destiny 2 here, and I'm showing you a little bit of my inventory right here, just some of the equipment that I have and some of the weapons that I have. I have quite a bit of the exotics. I think I have like 16 or 17 exotics total right now. So I did get that challenge or that trophy for that, having 15 exotics, which I'm having a lot more luck on this game than I did on the first Destiny on year one when that came out. I did not have luck at all. I wasn't getting any of the good stuff. All my legendary or all my exotic engrams were just the worst stuff. Repeat body armor. It was ridiculous. But I'm having a lot of fun on Destiny 2. It's been really good to me so far, and I'm enjoying all the aspects of it. It has really fun Crucible. I love the new competitive mode that they added in. So if you want to get a little bit of warm up for Trials, or you feel like you're not quite ready for Trials yet, it's definitely the next best thing. You don't get the rewards that you would get for Trials, of course, but you still do get kind of decent rewards every now and then. I've gotten some stuff that brought my light up a little bit, or power I should say now. And right now, I showed you guys in the beginning, my power is 290. Slowly working on it. That is without doing the raid. So once I do that raid, I'm hoping to get a boost up to hopefully 300 when I complete the whole thing. But from what I've heard from a lot of people that have done the raid, they didn't get really anything worth of equipment. They got low light stuff or stuff that was already the same level as what they are, but you can get a 300 chest piece. I know for a fact there's 300 armor that drops because I've had some friends that have gotten that. Reasons for why I haven't done the raid. One, I kind of started out on this game a little late. I mean, I got it when it came out and I played it as soon as it was released and everything. But that weekend that it was released, I had to do a couple family things, so I ended up not playing as much as my raid group and my friends played. So they kind of already did the raid without me, unfortunately. So some of them went back and did it on their second characters too during that same weekend. So it is a little bit harder for me to find a group that is pretty much knowledgeable on how to do it at this moment. Because a lot of my friends, not to say that Destiny 2 is getting boring already, but a lot of my friends have already started to not play it as much as they did when it first came out. And of course, that's something that naturally happens when you've done everything that you can do until the next week resets or whenever they add a new raid and all that type of stuff. However, I think my cousin is like 305 light right now, or 304, so he's almost maxed out. And there's not going to be nothing for him to do besides just try and collect all the exotics and all the legendaries, really, until the next stuff comes out or they increase the light cap, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. So hopefully they do, because I could see this game getting a little boring if they leave that cap at 305 for longer than a month. So I'm hoping that they do budge with that a little bit. But overall, I've been enjoying this game a ton. I'm just getting a little bit better in Crucible. This was my first game. This is a warm-up game here, and I kind of just hopped into a game of competitive. You'll see a couple fails here and there. My accuracy wasn't the greatest, but also that's another thing. I'm working with the accuracy on the scout rifles. I've never been a good person to use the scout rifle. I've always been sort of auto rifle only. I like to just spray and pray. I mean, generally I have good aim, but I like to have as many bullets flying out that target as I can. So with the scout rifles, it's a little bit different. You got to take your time per shot, and you just got to know where you're hitting. You got to be able to maintain your hit pattern and just hold that recoil down. So it did take a little bit of time to get used to, and of course the mida, in my eyes, is the best scout rifle to do that with. Not just because of the radar that still stays up there when you aim in sights, but the fire rate and the damage is just phenomenal in that gun. And I know why everybody uses it now. I used to not understand why everybody used it, because I would try it and get wrecked when I used it. But after I started using it for a little bit and getting my accuracy down and learning not to run away from my teammates and try to stay with teammates and get those team shots in, because if you get a few shots in with that scout rifle, that mida, they're most likely going to get melted by your teammate, because that drops down their armor and gets them about halfway hurt. So definitely that's something I learned in Trials with a few buddies. I did do Trials, and the reason I'm not doing Trials for this video It was one we didn't record at all during trials. I just completely forgot about it. I was in the zone, blanking out, just ready to go hard and try to get flawless, which we did not do. We got so close. It was our first go at trying to get a flawless run. We went like 7-1 or 7-2 or something like that. But I still got good gear. Trials, once you get to my light about 290, you're not going to get much gear from anything else. So trials and the raid are pretty much your best bet. I did complete the Prestige Nightfall with a few friends, and I didn't get anything. So the Prestige Nightfall, so far for me, has not been a good resource for increasing your power level. So definitely the only things that have been helping me at the moment, to be honest, are just exotic drops that I would get from farming on planets with just doing, not farming, but what are they called? Public events. Just doing public events over and over again with the medallion on, the Fire Team medallion. Just running those events over and over again, and I was just getting exotics every now and then. And those exotics, I mean, just that one exotic every hour really does help, because sometimes it could be 5 to 10 light higher than what you are, and not necessarily 10, but usually 5 always higher than what you already are, which is very helpful when you're stuck and you don't have any friends that are willing to do the raid with you, and you don't want to find some friends off of LFG. I do plan on doing the raid soon. Probably going to do it next weekend or the weekend after, but I just got to get a good solid group. I kind of told myself I was going to wait for everybody else to do it, because I already know how to do it. I watched videos on it, and I did attempt to do some parts of it. I kind of skipped around and just took people's checkpoints just to help them out and see all the mechanics of the raid. It's not like I joined in for the checkpoint and ditched on them. I actually tried to help them out and everything. But mainly I just wanted to learn the mechanics of the raid, so when I did do the raid with a good group or my raid group, I would be able to breeze past it, which I did learn most of the mechanics. Very easy raid in my opinion, besides the dog part. The dog part, the garden, is just insane, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to pass that, but apparently I have friends that said they could pass it pretty easily, so we'll see what happens when I go back to that. But probably not, maybe next weekend or the weekend after, I'll be bringing you guys videos on the raid as well. And by that point, who knows, I might be like 300 light and then going into the raid. So hopefully that raid would get me up to 305 and I'd cap out, because that'd be pretty cool to be the highest light in Destiny again. It's been quite some time. The old Destiny, I didn't do the final raid. I did some of it, but didn't complete the final boss, so I never capped out my max capability light on that game. So I'm definitely trying to do that on this. I'm trying to keep up with it. So to get off the Destiny topic, if you guys, well, first off, if you guys want to play Destiny or do the raid or participate in anything that we do, trials, anything, I got a pretty solid group, and if you want to play with us, if you think that you're a pretty solid teammate for whatever it could be, PvP, raids, strikes, anything, just add my gamer tag. It's Zertrix, and I'll definitely add you and hit you with the invites. But to move on to the next topic, because we don't got much time here, so why I haven't been uploading lately, I say this pretty much every time. I find myself repeating this because I end up uploading a couple videos here and there, and then I'll go inactive for a while. But I really realized why it was. I was stressing myself out with Call of Duty, just playing Call of Duty all the time, non-stop. Modern Warfare Remastered, IW, Black Ops 3. It was just, it really tired me out from Call of Duty, and I needed this break. And as most of you know, the people who stick with me have been a long-time subscriber or friend, you know that I pretty much am a Call of Duty only player, or I originated from Call of Duty, and that's what I mostly do. So when the new World War II comes out, that's definitely going to be my main focal point on this channel. I have a group of friends that on Black Ops 3 we did GB, which is game battles. If you're not familiar with that, it's just a website that you can match up with other players and go against them. Just organized, not tournaments, but just organized clan matches, I should say. But most of you guys probably already know what that is in the year 2017 if you're watching this video. But I have a group that does it. We did it on BO3. We did very well. We went like 80 and 17 with our 2v2 team. And with our 4v4 team, we went like 40 and 15 or something like that. Something along those lines. But with the 2v2 team, we beat the number 3 team in the world on game battles, or not in the world, but in America, I should say, which is pretty good to me. To beat the number 3 United States team with our group when it was our first time ever going in on GB and just trying to see what we could do. It definitely looked good in my eyes, and we ended up finishing that season in like 40th place, right outside the cut. To get into the tournament for the money, you have to be in the top 20 if I'm not mistaken. So we just missed that cut. But on World War II, we are going to go strong as possible back into the grind on GB. We're going to try and get to tournaments. We're going to try and do LAN events. I just had one of my GB partners move to the same state I'm in. So 2 of my GB partners live in my state within just a 20-mile radius for one, and the other one's going to be moving here shortly, a little bit closer because he lives a couple hours away. But basically, long story short, we got a good solid group that we had last year, and we wrecked, and it was our first time going in. And this time we're going to get a lot of warm-up before World War II is released. We're going to probably play a lot of Ghost and a lot of Modern Warfare Remastered to get our wits about us on boots on ground again. But we're going to give it a hell of a lot of warm-up before we jump into it. So you guys could expect a lot of that. So I definitely do hope you would be willing to see that or be willing to watch that, because I know I haven't really done too many GB videos, or this hasn't really been a professional type of Call of Duty channel. It's been more of like sniping, but it is what it is. We all like to try new things eventually, so it's been something I've been doing behind the scenes a lot that you guys haven't seen. But I found myself to be very good at it, and it's highly enjoyable compared to what I've been doing on Call of Duty, which is sniping. I'm always going to love sniping. Sniping is my favorite thing to do. I'm not knocking it, but I feel myself shifting a little bit more and more towards the GB, MLG type of vibe. But if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more Destiny gameplay or Destiny Crucible, hit me up in the comments below. I know it's been a while, so this video is probably not going to do too well, but I just wanted to upload it for my own sake and for the sake of the people who still want to see my content. But if you enjoyed this, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to never miss an upload. And like I said, guys, stay tuned. There's big stuff to come up soon, World War II GB, and a bunch more. Thank you for watching. Peace out.